the YouTube tutorials and all these things, and started learning about the alternative process. So finally, one day, we had a group, international group, photo, something impunity or something, impunity kind of thing. So I found a gentleman called Wolfgang Morris in Cologne, Germany. So I approached him. Initially, he didn't take it seriously, but a couple of mails and all. He said, okay, fine, if you want to come, you can come. You can come and stay with me and learn the things, but you will have to pay some money for a day. I said, fine, no problem. Otherwise, how can I learn? So I paid him some this fees. That was my beginning in his lab, a place called Hurt, near Cologne. I stayed there for 10-12 days. Every day morning, 10 o'clock. Morris, let me tell you about Morris. Wolfgang Morris is a master printer. He is experiencing in the printing for last 30-40 years in his lab. When I went to his lab, I was surprised to say, is it a lab? Is it a dark room? Or what? What all things are here? There's so many bottles, so many trays, so many negatives are hanging. It is just like that Manik Vishwakarma's movie, that gentleman, the Jadugar, what is his name? Jantar Montor, correct? Burfi. It was just like Burfi's laboratory. So I wrote in his my Facebook post, I used to write every day the what I'm learning and all. I described him as a Burfi. And whatever he takes, the things he does in his paper, fush, fash, and the prints come out. So that was the thing. I've started learning this thing. I've learned what is the paper, what is the uncoated paper. It's a piece of a white paper, blank paper. We need to learn that we'll have to coat the paper. Coating what? Coating with light sensitive some materials like ferric oxalate and silver nitrate. That was the beginning. I started, that is Cali type printing. Was it very interesting? So that was my first learning. So let me tell you very quickly that what is the Cali type and platinum. Actually, Cali type is nothing. It is a silver based print, and platinum is a platinum palladium based print. Those all are a noble metal mixed with ferric oxalate and exposed in a UV box. Earlier, first days, people used to expose in a sunlight, but we can't afford to do it in the sunlight. We make everything do the expose in a UV light. So for that, I need to, it was the beginning in 1880 when this process started. And those days there was no miniature camera, means no 35, no medium format, nothing. These are all generally a large format camera. People used to work in a 8x10 field camera. And because there was no enlarger and all, generally all the prints were the contact prints. So that is the system. Still this alternative process is based on a contact print. What is the contact print? The negative and the paper is sandwiched in and put in a frame kind of box which has got a glass and all. That is contact frame, and exposed and then developed. So this is the print. So what we do today is, as because we can't afford to do with a large format camera, And in the digital technology today, we make digital negative. As we generally used to say analog thing, the minimum thing is a 35 millimeter. Or I have, mostly we have 35 millimeter and the medium format 6x7, 6x6 format film. And that film is, negative film is scanned and then printed on a OHP film. You might have heard that, might have seen earlier also there used to be a OHP projector. People used to come in the scientific, the college or any demonstration kind of thing. There is a mirror and there is a light box and this is projected on a screen. That is called OHP. That nowadays the new, this projector, the OHP has disappeared. But the sheet of film is still there. I don't know what are the other things they use. This film is used, but this is our the base. We make negative in this. It's an inkjet printed negative on a OHP film sheet, and then we take this film to the dark room and coat the paper. This is the, I can show you. You can see some yellowish thing. That is the light sensitive material coating. And if my film size is this, negative size is this, we coat it like this with a brush. And then we print it, put the negative and expose it in a UV light, and the print, you will give a ghost image after the exposure. And then if you process whoever has got an idea about the dark room, that red light and all these things are not required here. You can use it in a tungsten light, but it should not emit, the light should not emit any UV ray. So tungsten light is my safe light. You can work in it. So after this process, we develop it with in palladium. There are a couple of developers, ammonium citrate, and then generally people prefer potassium oxalate. There's a 25% potassium oxalate solution. We develop it, and after that, when the developing is over for 2 minutes, then we need to remove the unexposed ferric oxalate. Otherwise, it will, in future, it will spoil the print.